Peace to everybody, back with another video. As you know, a lot of YouTubers are being swatted for no reason at all. And police are going to people's houses and everything else. And YT doesn't even do nothing about it at all. They just let the trolls do whatever they want to do and get away with everything. I found this story on Google, and this is from December 13th of 2019, about a popular YouTuber says he was a victim of a swatting call that could have cost him his life. Now, a lot of us don't deserve to be trolled or anything like that, because, it's wrong, and trolls think that they can get away with doing whatever, and they make up these calls saying, well, this person's doing this person's doing that, and we're all in danger of these swatters that are coming to our homes. Now, there's some YouTubers I do follow. They have been swatted 4 or 5 times. In other words, the police have came to their house, literally. And and it's not fair for all of us creators, because we're all creators and we are trying to move forward as much as we can. But with the trolls slowing us down, we can't even really do anything about it. But we must stand together to get these trolls off of YT as soon as we can. And there is an award out for trolls that have been doing these prank calls on everybody. A Battle Creek man who makes YouTube videos said he has been the victim of several prank calls, and the most recent could have ended badly if it had been successful. So this man in Battle Creek, Michigan, he said he was the victim of several prank calls, and the most recent could have ended badly if it had been successful. In other words, the police came to his house, literally. And I guess, with these trolls that are making all these made up stories, oh well, this and that, no, we're tired of it. We need to get rid of them immediately. Christopher LaFawn, a popular YouTube content creator in Battle Creek, said he was the victim of a so-called swatting call in Battle Creek. He was not home when the prank call was made, but believes a 911 call of a fake shooting could have cost him his life. So the guy's name is Christopher LaFawn. He's a popular YouTuber. He's also a content creator in Battle Creek. He said he was the victim of a so-called swatting. He was not home when the prank call was made, but believes a 911 call of a fake shooting could have cost him his life. So if the police were to show up at his house, they would have shot him, and that would have been it. Say if I would have not had my airsoft gun that used to not have an orange tip, officers would have came up there on the swatting and saw it. Most of the time they are trained to take out the treat before they had a chance. So I could have ended up shot. If my dog was still here, she could have been shot. It could have gotten a lot of people dead, LaFawn said. Yes, so even though he wasn't home at the time, the airsoft gun that used to not have an orange tip, officers would have came up there on the swatting and saw it. And of course, most of the time they are trained to take out the trait before they had a chance. He also said if his dog was still there, she could have been shot. even himself. So, this is not a game to play with at all. This is serious federal crime, and we need to fight against these trolls. We need to stop them before it gets any worse than what it is now. Battle Creek Police Deputy Chief Jim Grafton said before 10 p.m. Thursday, December 5th, 2019, Battle Creek police were called to 12595 South Mingus Road after a man called dispatchers and said he shot his mother in the back of the head, poured gasoline in and around the home and to kill any first responders who showed up on scene. There are going to be certain words I cannot say, so I have to go bypass them. And so please understand, I don't want to be using certain words in here, so this is why I've got to go bypass them, like the one word with the THR. I have to bypass that because I don't want to be in some kind of trouble or whatever, so I have to be careful what I use in this article. Alright, so the police were called to the address that's in here. After a man called dispatch and said he shot his mother in the back of the head and poured gasoline in around the home. And, with these prank calls, why are people getting away with this? Why can't anything be done about them? Why is YT not doing their job? I understand they're updating everything because 2020 is coming. I understand that. But they still need to do their job and get these trolls off of YT because they have multiple sock accounts. They all have fake names on them that you don't know who they are. And, it's illegal to be doing this. Swatting is a criminal harassment tactic of deceiving an emergency service into sending a police and emergency service response team to another person's address to ensure a SWAT team or a robust police response. So yes, so swatting is a criminal harassment tactic. Now I know a lot of YouTubers are scared to go live. Because of what is going on right now on YT, and really, why be afraid? Stand up against these criminals. There is an award out. Yes, I understand that. But excuse me. Sending police and emergency service to a person's home is harassment. In other words, the police, they could knock on your door and say, well, you got to come with me because you did this. Somebody called and say, well, you did this and you did that. No, you don't have to go with them. You do not have to go with the police. You could tell them, I'm sorry, but this is not me at all. And if you have to show them your ID, then please do so. And if they run your background check and see you have done nothing wrong, then it was a prank call. It was an all hands on deck response, said Grafton in a previous interview. Yes, so all hands were on deck, and so you got everybody up in an uproar. Grafton said officers arrived to an abandoned home and left after 30 minutes once they determined the call was a hoax. So yes, so somebody called a police to an abandoned address that does not even exist because the home is abandoned, and if there's nobody living there, the boards around the windows and doors and everything, so that means the home is no longer livable or whatever. So they left 30 minutes after they determined the call was a hoax. It did take all of our resources for 30 minutes. Thankfully, nobody in a real 911 crisis called during this time, Grafton said. Yeah, so it took a lot of all of their resources for 30 minutes. He also said that nobody in a real 911 crisis called during this time, Grafton has said. So this is what he has said. Grafton said the hoax call was made from an internet-based phone number, which are hard to trace. And yes, they are hard to trace because there are certain apps that these trolls use to call 911 and make up these lies and say, well, this person did this and did that. No. You can never trace the number because they use different numbers and it is hard to trace. LaFon said his neighbor told him a News Channel 3 vehicle was outside his home in South Mingus Road. So there was a neighbor that told News Channel 3 that a vehicle was outside his home. So, but who was the person in the vehicle that we don't know about? He had moved out because he said it had too many emotional memories of his mother, and the swatting call brought up those emotions. Okay, so the guy that lived there, he was the one that moved out. Okay, so I got that now. The neighbor said, well, he had moved out because he said it was too many emotional memories of his mother in the swatting call. So his mom must have passed away at home, and it was too emotional for him to have all these memories. But you know what? Memories are forever. If you lose a loved one, yes, memories are forever. You may not remember everything, but there are some things you can remember as much as you can. Disrespected that they would use my mother as one of those things, and she has been passed since September. I feel a lot of disrespect from that, LaFon said. Yeah, so his mother had passed away in the September of 2013, I do believe. He felt it was, I feel a lot of disrespect for that. And this is what LaFon has said. So it was really disrespectful of somebody saying, oh, well, this guy did this and did that to his mom, and it wasn't true. So, these trolls, we must stand up against them. We must not let them get away with anything, because this is too much going on right now. Like I said, yes, YouTube is changing everything. And, come January 1st, which is tomorrow, that the FTC will take effect. And, and if anything is, and also COPPA is also in effect as it is right now. He said this is not the first time he's been of hoax calls. I can't even say that word, that T word, but you'll get the idea. Like I said, there are certain words I'm not going to say because I don't need this kind of problems. He's been of hoax calls, so you'll get the idea with the T word, because I don't want to get into anything like that of these words I don't want to say, because I'm just going to bypass them and I don't care. Several pizzas arrived at the home when he was living on South Mingus Road, and he reported the incident to authorities. He said he told Battle Creek police more incidents like this would happen. but he never heard back from them. So yeah, he told the police that several more incidents were happening to him. Once he told the police that, they never got back to him. How can the police not get back to him if these incidents are just going to keep coming on and on all the time? Somebody had called and said, well, I need a pizza at this address, this and that. So you had several pizzas arrived at the home when he was living on South Mingus Road. So the guy that was living on South Mingus Road, he doesn't even know what is going on. But of course, later, yes, he does know what goes on after. But he never ordered no pizza, no nothing at all. So whoever the prank caller is, was in a lot of trouble after that. He said there are multiple ways someone could have found his information. Yeah, so whoever the person was, they found out his personal information, and that's how whoever was doing the prank calls was the one doing all this mess. One way he thought about was through IP tracking, but he said there was another option. So yeah, your IP tracking, that's one of the ways that people could find out about your personal information. My advice is, please do not put your personal information out online, because these trolls will track your IP and they will dig up every single information that they can find. I mean, hospital, your job, your home, your family, schools, everything. Do not put your personal information online. If you want to put your personal information somewhere, put it in a journal. That's all you need to do. Write it in a journal. It's safer, so this way nobody knows nothing. When I first started, it was because a buddy of mine leaked my address to some fans, and then that got everywhere, LaFon said. Yeah, so he had a friend of his leaked out his address to some fans. Now, who are the fans? We don't know, but there are some fans that his friend had leaked out to. And then that got everywhere. So everywhere it went. And that's what happened. But please, whatever you do, do not spill your personal information online, because it is wrong. It is illegal. Write everything down in a journal or a diary so nothing will be leaked out online, because this is what's happening right now. So many people are putting their personal information online, and you know what? And they don't even think in their heads that these hackers can get into your personal information. I don't even put my personal information online because it's none of nobody's business. I keep things hidden from me. For me only. I do not let these hackers know, well, I got this and this. No, please do not leak out your personal information online. Whatever you do. Because once it's out there, and then, things are going to start happening, and, then you're going to be all upset and everything else. So whatever you do, write things down. Put it away somewhere so you know where things are after. Get a journal, get a diary, get a notebook, anything you can write your personal information in, because it's more safer than it is online. Leave your comments below. I am out.